Hey everyone, thanks again for checking out my channel, checking out this video. We are continuing on the Nano Pedalboard here. Started with the Valeton GP5. If you've been tracking along with any of the shorts or the videos, this whole thing started with the Valeton GP5, and it kind of grew, and then it kind of pulled back a little bit, and then I kind of got frustrated with it. But I think I'm ready to bring this bad boy home. So we're going to talk about that in this video. We got some science experiment coming up in the video, and what I think was the savior for this whole concept here was this P58 Guitar Wireless System from Xvive. If you know anything about Xvive, you know they do lots of wireless in-ear monitors. Really good stuff. Our drummer uses Xvive in-ear monitors. I'm saving up to get my own myself. Xvive reached out to me and asked, hey, you interested in doing a review? I said, you know, as a matter of fact, I would love to do a review on this because I had looked into this before, and what I found is that, according to my research, this supports two transmitters at the same time. I don't know if they can both be powered on, but I believe you can pair two transmitters with this one receiver. If true, and we're going to find that out during this whole finalization process for this Nano Pedalboard. If true, this will be the savior of my Nano board, because this pedal right here is going to be sitting right here. We're going to do all of this live right now. I'm doing it right now. So, well, maybe not live for you if you're watching the video, but at any rate, we're going to try and bring this whole bad boy home tonight. So we've got the P58 system, two transmitters. We're going to see how that works out. Got some cabling over here, broke down and just got some stuff. And the name of the game I've found with this kind of thing is right angle everything. As it turns out, and we're going to put this aside for a minute. We're going to come back to the P58 system. I'm going to edit this down so we'll have some of the video. It just jumps right to the P58. Pardon me. I'll get a quick drink. All right, so we're just going to talk here about the Nano board and what all's going on here, and that's going to take us eventually right back to the P58 system. As I mentioned, I started with the Valeton GP5. Great pedal, but here's a few things you need to know about this pedal. Just period. There's no more discussion. Just get used to it. That's the way it is, and we all don't like it. Number one, this pedal sounds fabulous. You can do NAM files on it. It's very, very cool pedal. Number two, to do anything of consequence on this pedal whatsoever, editing patches, loading, anything like that, you must use the app, the iPhone, you know, for the mobile phone or tablet. You cannot edit patches, you cannot edit sounds, no matter how much you curse or try, or I curse, or it doesn't matter. It can't be done from the unit itself. That's number two. Have to have the app in order to set this whole thing up. But number one is it sounds great. Number three, you've got one foot switch, and that's quite limiting, because that means it's either an increment up or it's a tuner function. Okay, let's just kind of settle. Those are the two main ways people are going to use a single foot switch. So I started with the GP5, but there were challenges right off the board. But physically, this was the first challenge that I had to deal with. You can't put a battery in there. There's no battery functionality on here. So you have to have power for this. Okay, so now you've just got a power supply. Or, again, I have this power supply. Well, now I've got plenty of power here to work with. I still only have one foot switch. You know, now we begin to grow. So we've added the Mvave controller. Now, instead of one foot switch that can only have one function at a time, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do you do that? 6, 7 foot switches, because I have individuals, 4, 5, 6 functions here, plus 7. Lots of switching functionality. Happy with that. That's good. Top the whole thing off with a Donner triple looper, and great. Okay. Now I said right angle everything right on this, including the USBs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to power up or hook up power and the routing for all of this. And some of this won't really change, some of it will. The USB, the Mvave has to be connected to the Valeton via USB, which does also power it, but I am going to run power separately. I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, you got to have USB connection, hardwire connection for the USB. Okay, we're just going to put that up there, and maybe we can do the whole fast forward thing. All right, as you can see already, is that bent? Probably. At any rate, that was all right angle connectors. Okay, so let's do this again using right angle connectors, and I'll put the links to these down below if you want to pick you some up. It goes to my Amazon affiliate page. It doesn't cost you anything, and you know, I use the money to have a happy wife when she needs some on Amazon, and you know, get more stuff like this so I can kind of do videos. Okay, so first power is here. That's great. Right angle is nice. I wish it was a little shorter, don't you? But that's what we get. So there. That's how much room we've got left now. Basically, that's it. So the Donner triple looper requires 300 milliamps, and I have a single 300 milliamp port. So that's good. In we go. So far, so good. Everything at least fits. Now then, the Valeton GP5 requires 100 milliamps, and we just happen to have 100 milliamp port available right there. Handy dandy, I know, right? Okay. Well, whatever. You get the idea. That's powered now. Let's talk about the Mvave. That requires USB. And once again, we're really compromised on space here. So I have here a USB 3-pack, regular USB to the new USB-C, which is what goes on here. That's going to be too tight. Has to go that way. Well, let's see what the let's do this one first. That goes there, so no real problem there. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? Tis. Yup. Which means this needs to go this way. Boom. Okay, now we have the USB connections in. One for power, one for data to this. So far, so good. Everything has power at the right milliamps, 300 milliamps for the looper, 100 milliamps for the GP5. Now comes the fun part of the video. At least I think this is going to be fun. As you can see, I'm kind of planning to put the receiver for the P58 system right there. So don't need the transmitter right now. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. So here we go. We're going in. I mean, I have opened this and just looked at it, but I haven't basically taken all this stuff out yet. Where can I put this for good product placement? Right? Hey, I mean, they were cool enough to send it to me. I mean, gee, Merry Christmas. I mean, they're good Xvive's good products, man. So I'm grateful. Okay, so immediately I know from experience that I'm probably going to have to remove these rubber feet here, but we'll get to that in a minute. Boy, it's big, isn't it? But it fits, and it's here, and guess what? That is my input side right there, and guess where my final output side for my looper is. So I'm at the top on both of those. Very, very nice. Okay, So what we need to do now is, of course, we need to get out of the GP5. I think that's okay. Great. In fact, nah, that's fine. When we zip tie all this together, we'll be all right. Okay. Where's the power on this bad boy? Right there. Well, I think it's going to work. Now then we get to the fun part. Another fun part. Guess how many milliamps this requires? They're all 9 volt. Well, both of these are 9 volt. So is this. But guess how many milliamps it requires? 200. Yep. That's the first question, and that's the big question. Now we're ready for the science experiment. How fun this is. Okay. I had the same question you have. Can we stack milliamps without affecting voltage? Let me get another drink. All right, sorry about that. Can we stack milliamps without affecting voltage? Well, the good news is we can, but let's just do the proofs anyway. Okay, so we're going to take first just a regular old power cable here. I'm actually going to unplug the looper there for just a moment. So I'm going to start with that 300 milliamp port. All right, so there is our power. 300 milliamps. I have my multimeter set up here, and we're just going to check the voltage. Can't really check milliamps because you got to do some kind of weird series connection, and I didn't really understand it, and I'm not that concerned about it because I think the theory's strong the other way. But here we go. Let's check where we're at. Okay, 9.26. It's not bad. It's not bad. 9.26. Good. And that's at 300 milliamps. Okay, so let's pull that. Let's pull over just a random, let's do this milliamp port, number 4. See what that is. 9.26, we're right, same thing. So we know right away that all of these are carrying the same voltage regardless of the milliamps. So the question is, can we stack milliamps without affecting voltage? Why is that important? Because the one thing you don't want to do is send these pedals too much voltage. If you send them not enough milliamps, they don't really work very well, or they won't power on or whatever at all. If you send them too much voltage, you'll injure them, very likely. If you send them too much milliamps, that's fine. They only use what they need. So it's okay to send more milliamps. It's not okay to send more voltage. So we need to make sure we can stack 2 ports here to get 200 milliamps but not affect voltage, right? Right. So that's what we're going to do. I've got this little Y connector. This is from Current Electric. And I'll put the link below on Amazon. And these are for some form of, what the heck did I do with the card? I'll look it up on there. It's a Voodoo Power Lab something. So yeah, Voodoo's already doing this when necessary. So I'm going to plug 100 milliamp in. I'm going to plug another 100 milliamp in. So there we go. We have 2 plugged in. Now the question here is, the most important question is, what is the voltage? We know regardless of what the milliamp value is, we should have the same voltage, but is doubling it physically like that doubling the voltage? No. 9.26, exactly the same as it was before. So we can now operate with a very high degree of confidence that we can basically bridge these together like that, and we're going to be okay powering this Xvive from here. So now this is really awesome, because now I'm at a point where I truly have a single mini or nano, whatever one you call it, pedal board that I can take with me. It's going to be highly functional. I'm not going to go into the program in this video. We're just going to complete the physical setup of this whole thing. And then at the end, probably tomorrow, but at the end of this video, I'm going to test this. I'm literally going to take it outside, put it on my back porch, and we're going to walk around, and we're going to see how far away of a signal we can actually get with this. So I think that's going to be cool. Stick around for that. Now then, to charge this requires my third USB cable. Now I have a charge cable. I'll just tuck that into there. This is the Xvive is going to be here. Let's go ahead and hook them up. Okay. Tell you what, my cable management has a lot to be desired, doesn't it? And there we go. It actually fits. Believe it or not, it actually fits. I'm kind of blown away that this actually worked. kind of happy about it. Okay, got it. Okay, scissors. What a wonderful invention. As I said, I'm almost entirely confident I'm going to have to remove those rubber pads in order to get enough contact, because this hook side is not particularly thick. Sorry, so sorry, I'm out of frame. Basically, I cut this to size. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? All right, on there. Let's see if it sticks at all. Argument could be made. It's not great, but considering that's all we're wanting to do, I think it might work just fine. So there we have it. Oh, we need to jump from there to there. Probably tuck it that way. And that's it. We're actually set up. Let's let me. We're going to need the transmitter, so I'm going ahead and getting that out. I think this is just the power supply. No, and a little USB cable and power supply. Terrific. So as it turns out, we didn't actually need that for this build. Okay, how exciting. We're ready to power this bad boy up. Let's see what happens. Oh, I guess it is good. Mute, and it's on. I guess if I were playing into it, we'd be doing fine. So great, this is actually okay. I'm going to move it over a little bit. Terrific. It looks like to me we got power on everything. We're completely independent power. Recharger right here. I'll tuck that all in. Okay, I think we're good for tonight. I'm going to dig up some zip ties. We're going to get this all zip tied up, cleaned up tomorrow in the next section of this video, and we're going to actually test this outside. We're going to find out just exactly how far this works, and we're going to test dual transmitters for the P58 wireless guitar system from Xvive. I'm super excited about this. I'm really pumped about this whole thing, man. I can change this. Tell you what, let's do this right now. One of the things that you can do is you can change the function of this foot switch from here. We're going to go into, I'm pushing my parameter knob. Let's see. Record level. Foot switch mode. I don't even know if you could possibly see that. Oh, good grief. Golly gee. Let's go this way. Record level, Bluetooth, record. Oh, foot switch mode. Control, it's 0 to 9. The second one's just repeating through the bank, preset up songs on third. I'm just going to go on this one, 0 to 99. I will come back and do that differently some other time. And that's what it does, 9, 10, 11, 12. I haven't programmed the Mvave yet. That will be done in another video, and I'll tell you quickly how I program this for that. But so far, I'm super pumped that everything has worked out so far. Can't wait to give this a shot tomorrow. All right, thanks again for checking out my videos. Sayonara for tonight. Catch you tomorrow. All right, hey everyone, welcome back to the second part of the video here. I've got my trusty zip ties. We're about to zip tie this whole thing up, but first things first, let's find out whether or not the power thing actually does translate and work. We checked it before, looks like it's going to be good. So here we go. Power everything on. I'll go ahead and turn that on for the fun of it. And channel 1. Turning this on, I'm in channel 1 right there. Plugging it into the trusty Nocaster over here. Volume is up. No sound. Let's check. There's E. There's E. B. B looks good. A looks good. G looks good. D looks good. Might as well run the gamut. So it looks like we're good to go. The pedal is working. All of the pedals are working. As you can see, we're completely isolated power running off the power supply here. So that's good news. Everything powers up. Everything works good. Let's take a few minutes now to put some zip ties on and get this whole thing cleaned up. All right, so here we go. Lo and behold, boy, that one's still just not that grippy, is it? So I think what I'm going to do here, yeah, it's just not getting enough grip here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug this, and I'm going to get these two little rubber feet off, which are, they're great depending on the type of pedal board you have, but I just don't have enough thickness here to get a good grip. So luckily these cover your ports. Pull that one off. Obviously I can't return this now, but don't really need to. Let's get this set back in here. Super duper. Get that one out of the way. Bring this bad boy right back where it was. Boom. Now then, we've got a nice tight grip on everything. Everything's together, everything works. This is just my power dongle, I guess you would say. What can I do with this thing? You know what I think I'm just going to do? I'm just going to tuck this in. Really? Where's a good spot? Just going to tuck that in like that so I don't ever have to take it off. Got plenty of room there. And there we go. Here it is. This is the completed board, Nano board, coming in through the Xvive P58, which is a hard, and you can actually hear it switch in there. It's like got it, I don't know how to explain it. So I'm coming in through the P58. We're about to test dual transmitter capabilities with the P58, but for now, we verified that our stacking of 100 milliamp output ports for the Xvive unit did provide us with 200 milliamps at 9 volts. So even stacking them combined into a single cord works perfectly. The Valeton's working good on a 100 milliamp port right here. We have all of our USB connections to the Mvave. We have the chargers for the Mvave, and we have the Donner triple looper, which requires 300 milliamps running here. The first test we're going to do is we're going to try both of these transmitters together. And then I'm going to go out and I'll do a distance test on this just to see exactly how far away from it I can get with a nice true line of sight. All right, so let's pop into the, we've got the second, the A58T transmitter for the P58 Guitar Wireless System. Not surprisingly, looks a lot like the other one, doesn't it? Oh, hello. Lots of stuff in there. You got the cable down there. I'll get that in a minute. Okay, so we've got two transmitters here. Tell you what, let's power this back on. It's saying channel 1, so I'm going to turn this on. It says I'm in channel 1. This looks exactly like this one. So here we go. I'm going to try this. Just going to try it in tuner mode. Back to the trusty no-caster. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. No-caster is here. Let's see. Now this is now the new one. And looky there. Alright. Looks like I'm a little low. And yeah, this is all at an angle now, but I mean, I can tell it's an E. I mean, I can tell I'm on 15. No big deal. Even though it's not oriented correctly, I'm not concerned about that at all. A, great. So this transmitter is working. Now then, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to turn on this transmitter. So here we go. Am I on? I'm on with this one now. Turned up. And there it is. So basically we've proven that we can use two transmitters with this. I'm not running them simultaneously. I don't want any crosstalk. I will be turning them off while I'm not using them. But yeah, I can run two transmitters at the same, or you know, basically through the same unit. I could run an acoustic and electric, no problem. But here's what I'm curious about now since we got here. Let's see what happens if they're both on. So here's the black guitar. Ah, so there seems to be some unhappiness if they're both on. I'm going to turn this one back off, and instantly I'm back to this one. So there we go. We can use two. Can't use two at the same time, it would seem. Let me turn this one off, turn this one back on. Uh-oh. Gotta turn it down. I am off over here. Let's see if we get out of the mute. Try to go back in. Ah, it switched channels, so I must have touched something and done something. Okay, now we're back on 1. And that's back. Let me turn it off. Try this one again. And that's back. So got to be careful not to hit the channel selector, which I probably did. But now pretty much proven that we can use two transmitters. And I'm going to have one for an acoustic, one for an electric. I don't need an AB switcher anymore. This will work for both of them. I've got it set up. So this is absolutely fabulous and exactly what I was looking for this Nano board. Okay, I think we're ready now to go do a distance test. So I'm going to cut the video, reset everything up, and yeah, let's go see how far these transmitters actually work. See you in a minute. All right, here we are. We're going to do the outside test. Let's see what kind of a range we have on the good old Xvive P58 system. Sorry about that. So here we are. Got the pedal board here. I'm outside. There's one of the cats. So what I'm going to do, got my amp here. Dog's wondering what we're doing. So I got my amp here plugged in. I'm just out on the back porch. And what I'm going to do is we're going to power this up. So cool, just being able to power this thing up and not have to worry about it. So here is plugging in my feed to the amp. Let's go ahead and kick the amp on. We are on. Let's get to our clean setting. And now then, I just need one of the transmitters. Just keep them here in this little case. As remember, they were both set up last time on channel 1. So I'm just going to turn on this transmitter, still on channel 1. And as you can see, we're there. Now, technically, I'm running through the Valeton here. Let's see what we got. US lead, let's find something. Let's find something here. There we go, big jazz. All right, so we're running through the pedal board. Right there's the wireless on the good old no caster here. There's the transmitter. There's the Xvive receiver. There's the amp. Turn this up so we can hear it. And there it is. Here we go. So we're going to walk out there to the barn. Oh, another cat. We're going to walk out to the barn. So let's see, we'll do this in stages. So right now I'm probably about 25 feet away. Still does fine. On we go. Let's double that distance. About halfway to the barn. Probably about 50 feet or so. Don't worry, it's still up there. Let's see if we can hear it. Yeah, starting to get a little bit of latency from the sound coming back from the amp to me, not from the wireless device. Let's see if we can go all the way to the barn. Let's just see. What the heck? That's a pretty good stretch here. Down here to the barn. The amp is still way back there, so I'm probably a good 200 feet away, I'd say. Every bit of 60 yards, 70 yards maybe. Perfectly fine. No loss, whatever. Sounds clean. Yeah, there's some latency, but again, that's from the sound getting from the amp way over there back to me. Coming from the receiver here up to the amp, yeah, I mean, there's no latency there whatsoever. So, yeah, I'd say that's 200 feet, easy line of sight. I don't know what this thing's rated at, but it is definitely works just fine. I don't think there'd ever be a need to take it that far, but just in case, you definitely still there. Now it's almost instant. Sounds like I'm right there on top of it, and I am. Oh, there goes another cat. And that's it. That is it. That the Xvive system does exceptionally well. Went all the way from here to that good 150, 200 feet easy, 60, 70 yards, I'd say, away. Yeah, I'm impressed with the Xvive system, no two ways about that. And now that I've got dual transmitters, I can actually use one of these on my acoustic, one of these on my electric, and I'm going to be good to go. All right, let's get back and finish up the video. All right, hey, welcome back again. We're back inside from the outside test, the distance test for the Xvive. I'm blown away. I was easily 200 feet away from this unit, and the only thing that I noticed at all was it took the sound a long time to get from the amplifier to me when I was a long ways away. But that's not a fault of the Xvive system. This thing seems to be basically zero I mean, sure, there's some latency, but I can't tell. When you're in a stage situation, you know, you're within 10, 20, 30 feet of this unit or whatever. And again, if it's on my pedal board, excuse me, I'm going to be within about 10 feet of it at all times, if not less. Works terrific. The distance on this is terrific. I did think of one thing though while I was out there. On the earlier test, I realized that I had hit the channel button, and so I knocked me off of channel 1. So I am curious whether I can run 2 guitars at the same time when I'm definitely sure they're both on channel 1. So let's power everything on again. Let's check. I'm not going to turn this one on yet. Just going to plug it in. Right, so I've got that. All right, switch it. Okay, everything seems to be working fine from the Nocaster. Let's try the Genesis here. Now I'm going to put this on. I'm also on channel 1. I'm connected. Let's see what happens. That one works. That works. Let's try this one. Ah, so it's not particularly happy with 2 units on the same channel. Let's turn this one off. Let's see if this one comes back. And instantly it's back. So there we go. We've answered the question. You might not be able to run 2 of these. It doesn't look like we can run 2 of these simultaneously, but we definitely can run multiple transmitters on the same channel. Just turn them off and on as you need them. Save your battery as well. And you can run multiple guitars into this unit at the same time. Super blown away. I'm so happy with the way this has come together. And it was the Xvive that really brought everything back home for me, and a lot of right angle connectors. Those were the 2 big ticket items that allowed me to complete this Nano Pedalboard. As you can see, I'm completely standalone, running off this power supply right here. I can run multiple guitars directly. I'm pumped, man. This is exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. The next big challenge, we got to program the Mvave. So we'll probably do a video on that. Man, but for right now, I am super pleased. Couldn't be more appreciative to Xvive for sending me a P58 system so that I could check how well it would work with 2 guitars. It works great. Just don't run them at the same time and you're good to go. It'll live switch between them. This is a terrific setup. I'm so happy because now I can finally run 2 guitars into this one Nano Pedalboard. I'm going to have all the effects I need. I'm going to have all the switching I need. Hell, I can even do triple looping on here. I got 3 different loopers built in to the triple looper here. Everything's self-contained power-wise. I couldn't be happier now with the whole Nano board. So yeah, thanks to Xvive. Thanks to all of you for checking out the video. I hope you found something on here you like, something that works for you, right? You probably don't want exactly what I'm doing, but maybe there's something that's helped you get a little closer to what your vision is for maybe a Nano Pedalboard with these types of components. So all right, thanks again for checking out my channel, for checking out my videos, and I will see you next time. Threes.